This is Millennial Money Mindset. If you want the fruit, you need the roots. Thanks so much for joining us. Why meditation can change your life. So I've meditated for 365 days, and I'm going to share with you what I have learned. So many people think that meditation is maybe for kind of monks or yogis or kind of Master Splinter from the Ninja Turtles, but it's a global phenomenon, if I can say that word. Today, we live in a world we're more busy, stressed, and much more hectic going on. And a way to break from this stress and the craziness of the world we are living in at the moment is through meditation. And people think it's kind of a woo-woo subject, and this is more further. It could be further from the truth. I've been meditating for 5 years now, and I'm going to show you, basically reveal to you in this episode what I've learned and what you could learn yourself. So this is Millennial Money Mindset. So if you're tuned in and you've thought, Neil, I just want to get more money into my pocket, well, subscribe to this channel, and we release videos getting more money into your pocket, more time in your day, and more happiness in your life. Or you can take one of my courses, so you can learn everything there is about investing in a 5-step money method for the price of a pizza, for the price of a Domino's pizza or a takeaway pizza, Pizza Hut pizza. You can learn about investing and actually improve your life. So I will provide a link down in the comments, and you can actually sign up to my course or join us for a membership. We now do monthly memberships where we get together a group of like-minded people who want to improve their finances, personal finances, want to know how to invest, want to know the tips, tricks, or techniques, learning the new technology to get more money into your pocket, more time in your day, and more happiness in your life. So subscribe or join our newsletter, which I send out weekly, and we tell you all about how to do this for yourself. But today we're going to go much more focusing on the mindset side of things, and we're going to get right into it today. So we're going to cover why meditate. What is meditating? What is this? What's all the fuss about this meditation? You've probably heard about it. Maybe you've tried it. Maybe you've never even thought about doing it for yourself. I'm going to talk through the benefits, and we're going to go through the science. It's going to actually go through the hard facts and evidence that scientists have researched, and we're going to bring you the latest evidence to you as well. And essentially, we're going to break down the how. This is going to be quite a practical episode. We're going to break down how you actually do this. I've taken courses on this. I've gone through loads of videos on YouTube, and basically brought my own system that I do. I try and do it each day, but I haven't done it. I don't do it every day. I do focus on try and do it every day. It's a bit like exercise. So yeah, meditation it's changed. Like, I can imagine generations past, people never thought you'd be doing this. I feel almost a bit uncomfortable doing a video on this. I've wanted to do this video for ages, but I thought I might get ridiculed about talking about meditation because it's quite a woo-woo subject. But this is, if you look at kind of famous people who are doing this, you can look at kind of the Premier League footballers who do this in their routine, and kind of the credibility that has come from meditation has never been kind of more solid. So I thought I want to share with this to you. It's kind of almost like an embarrassing little secret. I do have this meditation kind of practice that I do. I try and do it every day. So the 3 things that I've kind of found that are really impacting this for me was the number one, my focus. So we live in such a distracted world. There's more things that are trying to vying for our attention. We're getting bombarded by adverts. We get kind of things that are trying to sell us products and kind of tear our hard-earned money away from you by having adverts. And I wanted to kind of share that essentially one of the benefits from meditating, one of the things that I've learned from learning, I meditated every day for a year. This was last year I did this. And essentially the things that I've learned or that improved in my life, and I want to essentially share this with you. So definitely focus. So even driving. So it might sound a strange, bizarre kind of benefit, but I don't drive that often, but when I do, I quite often lose focus, lose concentration, because I don't actually drive that often. And what I found was like meditation actually helped me kind of come back into the present, which sounds a bit, doesn't sound that, it might sound a bit woo-woo, but essentially it's building the strength muscle of focus. By meditating, you're essentially building how long you can focus for. So it's helped me with my clients. I'm a money coach. I work one-to-one with people. And although I love doing it, I can sometimes feel that my attention can go, it's not always 100%. So, but what I found is meditation has really helped me kind of strengthen the focus and bring it back to the present moment, where I can focus on the one-to-one the client work that I do. So this is one of the benefits. So you can find too, and having focus on my work as well. So quite often I try and do what I call deep work, where you're trying to, maybe I'm creating a new product, maybe I'm creating a new course, or I'm writing a new book. I'm currently writing my second book called Football Finances. And it takes a lot of staying power. It takes a lot of focus and attention. And quite often, especially social media, can be really distracting. If you have things popping up and kind of things beeping and buzzing at you, it can be really distracting. And I think a superpower today is focus. And if you want to improve that focus, then meditation is a great way to do this. And yeah, there's more things that are designed for us to be distracted. There are more things that are designed to get our attention away from where we can actually add value to others and ourselves. And with AI, the writing's becoming more compelling, it's more captivating and more exciting, with where people suggest AI titles. I did that with this title, what I can do with meditation. And essentially, there's more things distracting us, and a way to combat that is through meditation. So the second benefit I found is relaxing. So I feel myself much more relaxed. I'm more at peace than I've ever been in my life. I run my own business. I have 2 kids that I look after, and I write books. I've got published all these books here, and I've had a time in my life where it's quite stressful, trying to meet cash flow, trying to actually make a profit on your business can be quite stressful. But I found that meditation is one way to really help me lower my stress levels. And the science is quite strong. The evidence is quite strong behind it. So meditation releases a stress hormone. It reduces, I think it's called cortisol. I think that it essentially reduces your stress levels, and it makes me feel calmer as well. So in a world that's kind of crazy, in a world that's more busy than ever before, I find that my meditation practice essentially, this is my little like fortress around me that nothing can get in, and I kind of build up my kind of it's 6 minutes of my day that it's only for me. I don't do it when my kids are about. I focus where I'm not needing clients. People can't call me. And it's made me more relaxed as a person. So that's definitely the second benefit that I found. And the third benefit I found is more happiness, which is kind of a bit of a woo-woo, fluffy subject, but I've definitely felt more happy since I've been meditating. So when I was writing my book, Millennial Money Mindset, which is a copy there, if you want the fruits, you need the roots, it is shortlisted with the Financial Times in 2018. I wrote the book, and halfway through it, I had a realization that actually it's not money that's the driving factor in our lives, but actually happiness. How can you be more happy? And so why does meditation make you more happy? So essentially, one of the foundations of meditation is you're in the present moment. So you're here right now. So you may be watching this on YouTube, or listen to it on the podcast, or maybe you're watching it on TikTok. I'm recording live on TikTok. So hello, anyone watching on TikTok. We're Money Tips on TikTok. Please please subscribe, and please tell a friend. But essentially it means you're in the moment. So what can quite often happen in this busy world that we live in, we can think about in the future, and we get kind of we get anxiety about, oh, what, I haven't done this, I haven't sent this to this client, I haven't replied to that email, or haven't done this or that, and we get anxiety thinking about the stuff that in the future that we haven't done, or we kind of think, oh, I need to be at this appointment, and it can be really stressful. But when we're meditating, we're in the present moment, we're right here, right now, and nothing else. As long as we're fed, as long as we have water, as long as we're in a safe space, there nothing can go wrong. We're not gonna die. We're not gonna be in any dangerous situations. So when you're meditating in this space right now, you can be in this moment, and you can feel quite nice and happy. And there's lots of kind of positive chemicals that get released when you're in this kind of state of meditation. And quite often, if we're thinking in the past, we can be kind of thinking, oh, I said that when I should have said this, or I shouldn't have said that in that meeting. Or we can kind of whir around in our brain, and this gets us stressed and worried, and kind of things that quite often it doesn't even matter in the real world. We kind of get caught up in this kind of stress environment, when this is the world we live in 2023, where technology can take us off into into TikToks or YouTube Reels, or into kind of or YouTube Shorts, or Instagram Reels. And we realize actually if we're in the present moment, we can actually be happy, and nothing can bother us we're in this kind of, think of it like my little castle, like in your fortress. So the three things that I found really beneficial was focus. So focus on really quality work, focusing on my clients, and also focusing things like driving, where I have a tendency to kind of go off into my own little world thinking about things. And it really helped me with my focus, helps me relax, actually been scientifically proven to reduce stress hormones. And appreciate the moment. You can feel like kind of gratitude that you're actually here in this world, and nothing's going to bother you, even if the crazy things going outside. Here in this moment, all's good and well in the world. And then happiness. So being in this moment, appreciating it. And I think concentration is a real thing for me. Concentration is a superpower that we live in today. So that's kind of the why, that's the benefit. So what is meditation? So what is this kind of woo-woo subject that we talk about? So essentially it's being present in the moment. So what does present in the moment be? It's being here and now. So you can look at your hand, maybe you're watching this now, and you can see, you can move it up and down. You're here right now. And that's kind of being present in the moment. You're breathing, and you can actually be focused here and now, and nothing's going to be, you're not thinking about yesterday, you're not thinking about tomorrow, you're thinking about here and now. So that's essentially what meditation is. There's loads of different meditations you can do. It's being mindful. So we all have a mind, and it's actually connecting the mind and the body. And there's things you can do, like when I got made redundant when I worked as a trader. I was a shift trader for Shell Trading, and I got to put on a course. You could choose your different courses that you could pick. And one of the courses that I picked was a mindful course. And I was like, oh, this sounds quite interesting. And we all sat in a room. It was quite a corporate environment. It wasn't that woo-woo, but they passed out raisins, which does sound bizarre as I'm explaining this. You essentially had to kind of focus on, what is this raisin? Look at it, feel it, the texture of this raisin, and then eat it, and then think about the tastes and what you experience in that moment. And this is kind of coming back to that present moment idea. Whereas in the day-to-day life, we can go and kind of eat a McDonald's really quickly, or eat a meal, and not even think about kind of the taste or the textures or the smell that this meal is providing for us. So we kind of lose our senses, our five senses, and kind of meditation kind of brings us back to the present moment. And you can actually use your senses. You can feel the texture of the raisins in this example, or what it tastes like. And so essentially it's bringing you back to that present moment. Another way to be mindful or meditate is go for a walk. Just go for a walk in the park. It's a really nice day now, as I'm filming Oxford. After I film this, I'm going to go for a walk, and I listen out for the birds, or listen to everything, all the sounds that are going on. Maybe you can smell the roses, or smell whatever's going on in the world. And yeah, essentially, like, be present in the moment. And this is kind of really important. And this is going to kind of, if you're ever kind of stressed or worried, this is going to be reduce your stress and worry massively. And it's also maybe just listening. So it's to be mindful is to listen. Maybe you listen to your partner, you listen to your friend. We kind of get caught up in, if we're in a conversation, we're kind of thinking in our head, what are you going to say next, rather than actually be mindful and present and listen. So this is quite, hopefully this is essentially give you some good tips to essentially why or what to do to actually meditate. And there's plenty of apps out there. You can actually there's plenty of apps that you can do. I'm trying to think of the one that I've used, but you can just put your headphones in, and they take you through a guided meditation. They'll kind of, I remember one that I did that it scanned your body, just looking for, starting from the top of your head, and you just listen, and the person explains, kind of listen to you and how you meditate. You look at your breathing, close your eyes, and kind of maybe it gives you nice sounds. It might give you kind of sounds of the beach, or kind of sounds of the forest, or kind of whale music, or whatever you want to listen to. But there's plenty of apps and technology out there to help you make this experience of meditation much easier. So this is great. This is great news for you at home. I personally don't like the apps. I tried a few out. I think it was a Headspace. I think there's one that I used, and some of them were really good. But I found what my own technique, which I'm going to share with you next, is much more powerful. I personally much preferred that, and I found it much easier. So this kind of talk about meditation might seem strange, but in the same way that we exercise today, now we need to exercise our minds and our brains, because we live in such a distracted world. And what might have seemed crazy going to a gym, say, a generation ago, people going in and doing kind of exercise classes might have seemed really bizarre a generation ago, because in their day-to-day work, they maybe did manual labor. They'd go down to the factory, maybe they would go down to the mine, maybe they would work in the fields, and they would get their manual labor, they would get their exercise from their work. And today we sit at a job, we type, press plastic keys on a computer. Maybe we work from home, so we don't even leave the house anymore. So, which is why exercise is so important. And in the same way that exercise is important today, I think meditation is going to be so important tomorrow and going into the future. So to actually make sure that mental health is improving. The stats on mental health is kind of crazy. How many people are suffering from mental health, anxiety, suicide is really high, even amongst especially amongst millennials. It's actually the highest way people die as millennials is suicide, which is really sad and tragic. And it's so one way to combat this is through meditation and improving our mental health. So this is really important. So that covers the why, the what. And so let's explain my technique, or how I actually meditate. So the best way I've found is just to find a really quiet space, set a timer on your phone. So it's what you call a Pomodoro technique. So set a timer on your phone, so then you know when to finish the meditation. And also that reduces your stress of actually thinking, have I finished, have I not, and checking the time all the time. If you hear a buzzer or an alarm when you finish, you can actually relax and actually focus on your breathing. So what I do, I simply just sit. Don't lie down, because you might fall asleep. Sit even on a chair, or I just sit on the floor. If you want to be comfy, get a mat, a yoga mat or something like that. Set a timer, find a quiet spot that you're not going to be disturbed. And I close my eyes. Then all I do is simply, I set a timer for 6 minutes. I do 6 minutes every day, because for me, that's really manageable, and I find that really impactful. So set a timer for 6 minutes and then build it up. You might even do 3 minutes, 4 minutes, or once you get good at this, you can build up to half an hour. I've never made it past half an hour. I know people do an hour, but I've never found that I've had the time for that. But then or simply just focus on your breath. Just breathe in and breathe out. And that's all you need to do. Breathe in and then breathe out. And then what's going to happen? Your mind's going to wander. You're going to start focusing on all the different things about that running. Your mind's going to go through all the different things, that your chatter, what you did yesterday, what you need to do tomorrow, all this kind of noise that's going to happen. But if that happens, just simply just bring it back to your breath and just breathe in and breathe out. And then you want to get to a space where you're not thinking about anything. You're just thinking about your breath. And the great thing about breath is that it connects your body and your mind. So you can control your breath. Your breath happens automatically. If you're not thinking about it, it's still going to happen, but you can physically focus on your breath, breathing in and then breathing out. And then, yeah, with practice, you're going to get better. You're going to find this probably pretty boring to start off with. You're going to think, why am I doing this? But then you just focus back on your breath. And it's a bit like if you go to the gym and you do kind of weights, your exercises, at first it's going to be quite hard. But as you get, the more you do it, the better you get. And then I found that I used to dread these sessions, these meditation sessions. I have to do this. Why? I set it as a goal at the start of the year, so I've got to do this. And what I did in my calendar was every time I meditated, I did an X in my calendar. And I basically said to myself, I'm not going to break this chain. So I set myself a goal of I'm going to meditate for 6 minutes every day for a year. And I put an X in my calendar. And then every day I just made sure I didn't break that chain. And after that, I have broken that chain in the past when I've tried to do other goals or other things that I need to do every day. But with this one, I meditated for 365 days a year, and I definitely found immense benefits of, like we said, the focus, the relaxing, and I felt happier as well. So the more practice you get, the better you're going to get. And yeah, now it's my fortress. I have a meditation practice that I do. I aim to do it every day. I don't always do it every day, and I quite often I do it either in my house or sometimes go into a park or the woods. And I sometimes feel a bit self-conscious doing it, but yeah, no one really, I've realized after a while that actually no one really cares. And it's a global phenomenon, and basically millions of people are doing this now. So it's pretty normal to meditate. So yeah, do you have a meditation practice? Have you started meditating? What are your thoughts on meditation? Put your comments below. This has been Millennial Money Mindset. If you want the fruits, you need the roots. So please please subscribe, and please forward this to a friend. I am so close to reaching 500 subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. It means you're gonna get more videos about how to put money into your pocket, more time in your day, and more happiness in your life. If this is Millennial Money Mindset, if you're a millennial, if you're between 25 and 45, if you want more money, if you're stressed, money worries tops the pile was the biggest cause of stress and worry. I aim to solve these problems. And if you want to be more mindful about what you do, more happy, then yeah, subscribe to this channel. I release these videos. I used to release them every week. I kind of sporadically release these now. But yeah, let me know if this has been helpful. Let me know what videos you want me to do about. I basically condense everything I've learned on the internet, everything I've learned on reading hundreds, if not thousands of books, and give it to you in a more easy to digest format. So my name's Neil Doig. I'm the founder of Money Tips. We educate, empower, and coach you to better saving, spending, and investing. And we're an education technology platform. You can find us on moneytips.org, tips but with 2 P's, because we cover tax, investment, property, pensions, and savings. So come to our website. We've got so much value in there. We've got blogs, we've got books from some of the best writers of all time, some of the most influential writers of all time. We have I've now got 11 books that I've published. Millennial Money Mindset is my core book. Just pick that up. It was shortlisted by the Financial Times in 2018. Amazon bestseller. We plant a book for each book bought. It's a 5-step money method to put money into your pocket, time in your day, and reduce stress in your life. But we've got huge amounts of books there. Go on the website to find some some of the best books that ever been published. This is Reminiscence of a Stock Operator, classic book on investment, trading, and stock market. It's a timeless tale that will benefit investors everywhere. It's a classic book. Yeah, Money Tips published that now. We've got cryptocurrency storage books. If you don't want your cryptocurrency getting stolen, that book is really handy to keep your passport. Science of Getting Rich, one of the best books ever written, in my opinion. Money Tips published that. It's popularized by the law of attraction, inspired the book The Secret, if you ever heard of that, which sold over 35 million books. This was the inspiration. And it's a bit woo-woo, but it's super impactful if you want to understand how to get things done in your life. It's not just about the law of attraction, but it's about actually what people miss is taking action and getting stuff done in your life. The Science of Getting Rich, one of the best books ever written, in my opinion. Money Tips published that. Leonardo da Vinci, it's a hidden gem. So Leonardo da Vinci, special bonus that got his notebooks in there. It's got some of you get rare glimpses into Leonardo da Vinci's mind. He wrote a book called basically it's called Leonardo da Vinci on Life. And he basically talks about his life. It's super impactful. It's one of the best books ever written. It's kind of a hidden gem. No one really knows about it. People know about the Mona Lisa or the Last Supper or some of his inventions. He basically invented the helicopter 500 years before anyone else had thought about it. He's got like drawings in here. I think Bill Gates paid millions of pounds for these drawings, and you can kind of access this in this book, and it's available by Money Tips has published it. On Liberty, John Stuart Mill is probably the most influential thinker in the history of English writing. To be honest, this isn't the very best. This doesn't sell very well, but if people use this for kind of their politics, then this could potentially change the world. I think this could potentially be a game changer if people apply this to politics. He was like an 18th century writer. He's really interesting, actually. Feminism, if you want, it's a collection of kind of female writers. Yeah, have a look in there. Got some huge vindication of rights of women. It's got some of the best stories and ideas from some of the most important feminists that ever lived. There's got some, covers all the kind of the best feminists that have ever lived. It's quite a good book there. Life Planner, if you want to get your life sorted, then get this Life Planner. It's amazing that actually if you write goals, they've done loads of studies that if you actually write your goals down on paper, you're 42% more likely to achieve these goals. So this Life Planner is basically designed to help you do exactly that. It's easy to use, comprehensive goal setting sections. And if you're trading, you buy and sell, then basically it gives you a whole kind of section to kind of plan your trades. It's got loads of kind of space for you to kind of write down your SWOT analysis, so strengths, weakness, opportunities, and threats of each trade, and to kind of track what you're doing right. I used to trade gas for Shell Trading, made millions of pounds trading the markets. My biggest daily gain was £940,000, mainly because I wrote everything down. I had a notebook and wrote kind of what I thought about the markets, where there's opportunities, where there was threats, and I've put everything I've learned into this kind of trading planner. So yeah, tracks your trades, and yeah, also has a monthly planner to put your goals. All available on moneytips.org. Go on the website there. So hopefully this has been useful. My name is Neil Doig, founder of Money Tips. Please please subscribe, and please tell a friend about Millennial Money Mindset. Thanks so much. And yeah, I hope to see you in the next episode.